They're super early. Huh? They're super early. Yeah. It's on purpose. I made them earlier so that they're not talking to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know here at Hart Health Park, during the starting lineups, we need your help. When we say the first name, we need everybody here in the building to yell the last name. We're going to get you warmed up with Dominic.
The defending title holders come to Northern California in search of their first win of the year, while the Republic look to make it back-to-back victories to open the season. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Centivo Vineyards and Winery, and what a night it should be here in Week 3. We welcome you pitch side. As always, here is Adam Moffat, former Republic midfielder and former MLS standout. I'm Rob McAllister, and what a debut it was. A star in the making? Well, hard to say. Still 30-plus matches to go for Lewis Jamison, but so far, what an epic debut it was.
You never quite know what you're going to get from a new player, but what an impact. I mean, the fans loved seeing the Scotsman out there. Not only did he bring the energy, the enthusiasm, but he got the red card, which led to the penalty kick, which led to the first goal, and then it was just relentless all night from him, and a huge impact. And then in the second half, able to get on the score sheet. That's what you want to see from your strikers, and that's a proper striker's goal as well. Russell Ciserone, so close to getting his account open, but Lewis Jamison does the rest, and really impressive, and everyone's excited to see him again tonight.
What will he do for an encore? Well, he's in the starting lineup, but we did have a chance to catch up with him right before tonight's game.
It was good. Of course, as a striker, that's what you want to happen on your debut, especially in front of the fans. So, no, it's good, and hopefully we continue that tonight. It's tough. Obviously, when you win the first game, you want the game to come again quickly. But it's been good for some of the injured boys to come back and get as much recovery as possible and try and get them fit for this game. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Another great crowd here in Sacramento. It's Week 3. The Switchbacks, the Republic, coming up next. We'll take a look back at how the Republic were unable to close it out in that final season and how it ultimately led to maybe a title for the Switchbacks in 2024.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
You're nothing short of unique. Provides what really matters. Flexible plans that work for your individual needs. Support for healthy obsessions. Getting more than the basics. Care that uplifts our community. That's my advantage. Whether you get insurance from an employer or Covered California, make the healthy switch and find your advantage at westernhealth.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
The Republic. Some call us the best kept secret in town. Well, that's about to change.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Sentivo Vineyards and Winery, award-winning wines close to home. UC Davis Health, believe in better. And Western Health Advantage, insurance plans that balance value and coverage. Let's take a look at this title run for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks a season ago. Had to come here to Sacramento, post a win just to get potentially home field advantage. It was a battle for second. Switchbacks came away with a 1-0 victory. Juan Tejada, the hero in that game. And then the next 4 weeks, Adam, what a run it was.
Yeah, it was so impressive, and I really believe that victory here against Sacramento is what spurred them onto that championship. 8 goals scored in the playoff run, only 1 conceded. Really impressive. They want to get that form going tonight, early in the season.
They have 12 returners from a season ago. They've also added a couple of veterans to the mix. It's a Switchback side that could be dangerous once again in 2025. The Republic, the Switchbacks, will have your lineups coming up next.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines in our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery. Simple, local, fresh.
Hello?
Listen up.
Why do you do it?
You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there.
Right next to your speeding car.
My mom is out there.
That's my dad's truck.
That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them.
And be alert.
How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert.
Be work zone alert.
Welcome inside a raucous Hard Help Park. We are about ready to go. The Switchbacks in the Republic, week number 3, game number 2 for Sacramento and Jack Gurr and company. Meanwhile, the visitors from the Switchbacks look to come into this match and get a first win of the year. Juan Tejada, keep an eye on him, has a goal already on the year. Luis Felipe, and our starting 11, he'll be in there once again. He is now second all time in club appearances. Our team and law firm starting 11, Vidiello, Ukebu, Kleeman, Benitez in the back, Bonner, Felipe, Willie, Ross, Gurr, Jameson, Cicerone up top for Sacramento. 3-4-3 for the Switchbacks. It's Metatusa, Mahoney, Real, Herrera, the goalkeeper, Micheletto, Adams, Zandy, Rocha, Johnson, Tejada, and Hanya. And our referee this evening is Colin Radosov. And a beautiful, sensational spring evening in the capital of California. 65 degrees, and you couldn't ask for anything better here this evening as these two teams look to get going. There is the whistle. A little bit of a false start. We may go again. And now we get going here at Hard Help Park, and right out of the gate, Adam, front studs, they're on their toes. They're ready to attack here at home. The Sacramento Republic side looking to go 2 for 2.
And they've had to wait a long time to get that second game of the season. The Switchbacks going at it early as well. Juan Tejada, player to watch out for.
Switchbacks cross early, and Cicerone now looks up the pitch. And look at this, Colorado coming right back, but a foul as the whistle draws in. Let's take a look at your keys to the match. Let's start with the Sacramento Republic.
I think for Sacramento, they have to come out on the front foot, which we're going to see. They did it last in the home opener 2 weeks ago now, but it was just so exciting to watch, and the fans get into it. They didn't get a goal from it, but that's what you want to do. You want to put this opposing team, the away team, under pressure straight away. And we'll keep an eye on this man, Luis Felipe, second all-time.
Just passing Rodrigo Lopez. So Cameron Iwasa sits alone at number 1. And, of course, Roro on the team this year, working back from an injury he sustained in 2024. So we'll see him continue to track Luis Felipe. But congratulations to Luis. He's been an incredible midfielder for this club over the last several seasons. Had a breakout year goal-scoring-wise 2 seasons ago. Took a step back, a little bit of change in the way they look to attack. But this year, Adam, you can probably see him on the board a bit more. Sacramento looking to control, try to see if they can make a statement here at home. I think this is one thing we saw a little bit last year lacking here at Hard Help Park, the conviction to go out and get victories, and I think it's about to change. But this Colorado Switchback side, they are hungry to see if they can get their first victory. A draw and a loss in the first 2 weeks. A draw with El Paso. They fall 2-1 to Detroit. Tejada did score in that game, unable to come away with the victory. Danny Dinky outside, once again proving to be a formidable club for this Switchback sides. What will we see from this new kind of, I guess, infusion of a couple of players coming in? This guy, the 2024 final MVP, Tejada, a big piece of what they're trying to do. They got some young players. They've also got some veterans in the mix as well.
They do, and Juan Tejada, just the player who was highlighted there, he's a bundle of energy, and you saw already he's stole a couple balls off players. He will not give you any time or space, and it's always tough once you win a championship to then go and win another. And this side, they've added some new pieces, some players with good experience, and if they get the balance right, they will be another threat. I would love to just get the first win of the season here. I don't think, I mean, look how it turned out last year. They lost the first 5 games, didn't win for a while. They tied after that, but ended up in the championship. So it's not how you start, it's how you finish, is that what they say? And the Switchbacks are the reigning champs.
Meanwhile, on the flip side, so they didn't get their first win until April 27th. Sacramento goes 11 straight unbeaten before suffering the first loss. So you look at just how things can shake up. And for Sacramento, still had an opportunity to end up in second place at the last game of the season. We highlighted that in the pregame. It was a Switchback side who was defeated by the Republic in Colorado 2-0. They come back when they needed it most. And we saw at the end a little almost a fight. Could anyone take it? New Mexico finally does, but it wasn't like there was a team really surging other than Las Vegas late. And Sacramento, unfortunately, had to go on the road. And for the Switchback side, 4 home games in the playoffs, and they're able to lift the trophy. And they are the reigning champs as the 2025 season fully underway. ball lofted. Here's Freeman, and Freddie Kleeman looking to get in the mix. Maybe left a little too early. I'll tell you what, though. Has some height. That's some of the advantages Sacramento may have on set pieces.
Freddie Kleeman, you get a little look at him there. He's very tall. You want to give those guys an opportunity. Good pressure from Jack Gurr. You want to give those guys an opportunity. Anytime you get a set piece, just float it up to him. See what he can do. Get the seconds. He might not score direct.
Michelle Benitez making Levante Johnson chase a bit. And unable to keep it in play is Vonner. It will be a throw for Sacramento. Surprising to see Switchbacks come out with such aggression here, Adam.
I think for them, it's been a little disappointing. They've yet to win a game. Obviously, it's only 2 games in, but giving up 2 goals in the first game, 2 goals in the second game. They know if they can clean it up a little bit at the back, they'll give themselves any chance. Anytime you give up 2 goals in the game, you're going to have to work really hard. Obviously, you're going to have to score at least 3 to win it. So I think if for them, it's having the right energy early. And here goes Russell Ciserone on the left.
Great pressure from Sacramento. Cicerone dumping off to Felipe. Felipe central to Willie. And Jamison was in front. Jacker maybe wanted over the top. A couple of options. The Switchbacks able to escape the first threat from Sacramento. We saw how dangerous it was in week 1 against New Mexico. And again, here comes Vonner. Vonner with the cross. Gurr is there. And it'll be the goalkeeper, Christian Herrera. He's been the mainstay, one of the biggest goalkeepers in the USL. 4 saves on the year. 2 goals against in each of the games. Willie getting to start. 17 years of age, the 2nd youngest player ever to start in a Republic match. And good to see one of the other youngsters, Chibi Okebu, back in the lineup, was dealing with some injury. He's back along that right central position in the back line, and what a talent we have seen grow over 2024. And hopefully better things to come in 2025 for that young man.
And I think you see the maturity already of Blake Willie. I mean, this time, in the last game, he already had a yellow card. Nothing yet, so there you go. He's growing week by week.
Well, tonight's matchup is presented by Terminix. Throughout the month of March, the USL will be kicking off across the country. Be sure to catch all the action on ESPN and CBS platforms. Jibby, a direct ball looking for Jamison. This will take a hop over Matt Mahoney, the former Republic defender. And he has made a home in Colorado Springs. Now his 4th year. He's made over 136 appearances with the club. And he has been almost an Ironman every single game in 2024 for James Chambers' side. Speaking of head coaches, here's Neil Collins, 2nd game. And this is a guy who's had some serious success, we know, with Tampa Bay. But his point per game is one of the best in the USL. 1.8 point per game when he coaches. You get 3 or you get 1 or you get none. That's how it goes. And Adam, he has been about as good as you can be.
That is really good. 1.8. Not if you're a basketball player. That's not good, right?
No. Jacker. Played centrally. Jamison lets it through. Cicerone takes a turn, cuts back, dumps it off. Here's a chance for Republic, and it just misses short. Dominic Vonner flying from the left wing. Cicerone found him. And a good build-up, 2 for 2 for Sacramento on good opportunities. Just couldn't convert quite yet.
Yeah, it was so well done from Sacramento Republic. And Neil Collins, we've been impressed. It went from the right side through the middle. Russell Cicerone had the awareness that he had Vonner on his left. And the shot just couldn't find target.
Before starting any digging project, it's crucial to contact 811. Free service allows utility companies to mark their underground lines, helping protect the community from the risk of utility line damages. For your digging project, big or small, always call 811 before you dig.
When you play in this kind of system where Sacramento, they have the wing backs, you want them to get involved. And we saw Jack Gurr was the one who initiated it with his pass, and then Vonner was the one who ended up just putting a shot wide of the post.
Michelle able to poke free. Willie forward to Ciserone. Tripping back on his feet. Ciserone tries to take a big look at it. Slipping under the turf. Easy enough for Herrera. Republic dealing with some injuries on that back line. And Lee Desmond going to be out for a couple of weeks. Jared Timmer working his way back. Foul against the Republic just along the touchline, says Callan Radosab, and so a free kick coming for the Switchbacks. Lehman out of Southern California, the 26-year-old played 2 seasons with Tampa Bay, and excited to reconnect with Neil Collins, who only played a couple of games for as Neil took off in the midway of that 23 season. 11th overall pick by Austin FC. He is going to be a critical part to this line for Sacramento. But Chivio Kebu back. Michelle Benitez, sort of an Army, Swiss Army knife for him. Cross coming in. Dangerous ball looking for Switchbacks. They had bodies all over that final portion of the box there, but skirts all the way through, and they throw for the boys in white.
Wicked delivery by Charlie Adams. We know he's capable of that. It's such a dangerous ball, just flashes across the penalty box. No one gets the final touch.
Charlie Adams coming over from Las Vegas in the offseason. This is his 13th match against the Republic. Adam Moffat. He has a goal and assists. A couple of those really probably his best performances coming with the San Diego Loyal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we respect the players observing Ramadan.
And we're going to take a bit of a pause for observance of Ramadan. So as we step aside here, it gives us most to catch our breath a little bit. I like the way we've seen the start of this season. I think a little bit more methodical. I think teams are going after it this year. I think they think, you know what, we're not just going to sit back and play slow. I mean, New Mexico tried, and then they tried to maybe change it up in the second half, but you're seeing a Switchback side come out aggressive. They've got the wingers to really put some headaches in you. Micheletto coming over from the United, a great pickup for the Switchbacks. But Hanya, Tejada, Johnson up top, quick, shifty guys that can really get in some space out of it.
Yeah, really threatening, and we haven't really seen Hanya so far, but he's fun to watch. He really is a threat. Anytime he gets on the ball, he's direct. He knows what he wants to do, and we will try and get those players involved as much as possible.
Let's take a moment and step aside here from our sponsor at the California Office of Traffic Safety.
So you're out for a drink. Before that drink turns to drinks, make a plan to get home safe. Just call a friend, a cab, or get a ride share. Whatever you do, don't let drunk drive. Go safely, California.
Public to throw along the touchline. Tusla getting the start on the right, former Canadian Premier League player. This one plays centrally. Switchbacks with a look. Blake Willie over the top. Well, probably would have been offside. Headed by Michelle. Dangerous. Nick Ross is there. And now Jamison will look to drop it to Ciserone, and it falls back along the right side to Aiden Rocha.
We weren't too sure how the Switchbacks would line up. If they'd go with their typical 4-3-3, and it looks like that. The pressure coming from Blake Willie. And I think they've gone with it. Rocha looks to be filling into that right back position. Real on the left. And they're missing one player I think a lot of Republic fans would have loved to see, Duke Lacroix. He's on international duty, so we won't get to see him, a much loved player here for this club.
One of the best guys. We loved having him here. It was great to see him have some success because he was asked to do a little bit of everything as well. Played left wing, just tried to go central. It's been a little bit more central in center back position with Colorado Springs. Echeverria also out on international duty. So 2 players out for the Switchbacks. Here's Real from Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania. Benitez. Michel Benitez coming over to this club here. This is probably not your traditional center back we've seen over the last couple of years for Sacramento, but he really has shown some great footwork already, and someone who's been able to really put himself into a position to have success no matter where he is on the field.
And I think a lot of people, maybe in the game's evolved a lot. It's not just the centre back, just go head it and just go kick it forward as hard as you can. I'm not saying that he used to do that, as Neil Collins is listening. He definitely didn't do that. But you got to be able to play from the back. And yes, Benitez might not fit that mold of, he's big, physically imposing, but he's smart. He puts himself in the right spots. And we've seen a few times already he's won some challenges. As we see Luis Felipe's orchestrating the high press. And Colorado Springs finds a way to get through it. So it's so important that you're able to play with the ball. You're able to start attacks.
A lot of contact. And maybe a warning for Nick Ross. Well, the USL on CBS kicks off April 6th when undefeated San Antonio taking on Western Conference rival Phoenix Rising. 1 p.m. Pacific time on CBS. So a moment ago, James Chambers winning the title a year ago. 16 years as a player across Ireland, England, Scotland, of course the U.S. as well. And a lot of credit for keeping his team focused, believing throughout the 24 campaign. He has earned a lot of stock with these players in the locker room, no doubt about it. This one's an aimable ball. It comes off of Chibi Okebu and then back from a appears to be Zandy, and Danny Vidiello will pick it up. Vidiello, a couple of big-time stops in week 1 against New Mexico, earning himself the win. Direct ball from Chibi Okebu. Now Hanya.
Vitiello taking no chances, sending it long. What you want from the rest of the team is once that ball gets put that far up the field, get up the field. And the reason why you do that is you make the spaces compact. You don't allow these big gaps for especially players like Zandy and Micheletto to get on that ball. And looks like we've got Hanya's down. I think he took a hit. And Chibi went through on that challenge.
Anya had an injury late last year. Did have 5 goals, 2 assists for Colorado Springs. And without a couple of key players, even Fjellberg, who was on the bench tonight. Former striker and attacking player for the Switchbacks. Didn't get on the field in the playoffs, and I know that was part of the motivation. He comes back this year and hoping to have a healthy season, first of all, and be a contributor in key moments. His team's splitting last year. Republic with a 2-0 victory. Ciserone with a goal and assist on the road earlier in the year. And then, of course, that final week where we talked about Juan Tejada, the lone goal here at Hard Health Park to propel them to second place to finish right behind the United of New Mexico. Chibi moving into the attack. Chibi's going to keep going. Okebu looking for an opportunity. It's Cicerone to Felipe. Cross coming. Opportunity for Gurr. Tries to send it back. Far post was the target for Jack Gurr, and all kinds of looks for Sacramento.
Really good build-up play, and it was Chibi Okebu, who's a youngster. He why not? Keep driving forward. Now we speak about the centre backs. Not only is it just defending, get forward. You have space. Drive forward with it and plays a decent enough ball, and then it just didn't fall quite right. And once it did for Jack Kerr, he just slashes at it, just slices it with the outside of his foot. Versus Ciserone, brave man, trying to put his head on it. Almost took his hair right off his head.
Ciserone with 5 goals a season ago, of course, dealt with that injury, kept him out for a couple of months, trying to get back to that 19-goal performance in 2023. He looks really comfortable with Lewis Jamison, doesn't he? And we saw Sebastian Herrera come into the game late and play a vital role as well. Gers in some space. Gers going to send it across the face of goal. Coming to collect it, a big-time defensive stop, as Aiden Rocha was able to get in front of the shot by Dominic Vonner. Meanwhile, Christian Herrera, the goalkeeper, is on the turf.
And the goalkeeper is down. I think it was his own player. It collided with him as Jack Kerr smashes that ball across the face. It's just begging for someone to touch it. And it just evades everyone, comes to the back post, and Vonner's attempt was blocked. And Herrera obviously take that hit to the head, so the referee did stop the game. I think maybe it was a red out of play.
Overall, Adam, you're seeing Republic get waves of players in the box. A really good sign here earlier in the season.
It's really good to see the numbers in the box, because it's too many times in the past we've seen it. You know, there's one player, and if you miss that one player, obviously there's no opportunity. So the more people you get in that box, yes, you might have to take a little bit of a risk and expose yourself a little bit defensively, but you get more players in the box, and we love seeing what I like seeing. I was a defensive midfielder, but I'd like my attackers to score goals. There's plenty of them.
Yeah, you had some pretty big time goals in your career at MLS. You could just sort of see, it's one of those things you talk about, can players develop a chemistry together? Willie Cicerone and Jamison, it's hard to keep track of them. They're so interchangeable this year. That's not something we've seen as well. It's sort of, you know, guys staying in their position, staying in their lanes, but this year, it's got to cause a headaches for that back line.
And Willie and Jamison do look alike as well. That's causing a bit of a headache for me. It's tough to see which one's on the ball, but that's what you want to see. Just being interchangeable players, being able to create these moments where they're just building chemistry and moving the ball around, and all of a sudden you get Jack Kerr flying free on the outside.
Mahoney backpedaling. Real, let's get away in a hurry, and Kleeman comes up, takes it off the chest, but Switchbacks looking to fly forward, and a whistle comes back and may have just saved a really good look from the Switchbacks, as Kleeman is the first to get booked on the night.
That is a yellow card for Freddie Kleeman. He tried to get to that ball before it bounced, didn't quite make it, so then his touch got away from him. And typically you'll see centre backs when they get in a little bit of trouble, it's like, you know what, I'm just going to stop this play here. And the referee initially played advantage, and then he could have left it a little bit later, and the Switchbacks would have had a good opportunity.
Rocha over the top. Zandy plays to some space. Flying forward is Johnson. And that will be a throw for the Switchbacks. Quickly was Michel Benitez able to recover.
You mentioned Zach Zandy's name there. A really good season last year. He's a clever player. For them, it's getting involved as much as possible. Here was Johnson.
Johnson across the face. Opportunity for Hanya. Hanya can't connect fully. And Sacramento getting away with a quality look as Hanya can't connect. Out of the box comes Herrera as Jamison was flying toward goal. Tusla had to go out and cover the touchline. That left Herrera a bit exposed and makes the right decision. Well, don't miss a minute of the action in 2025. Join the Republic and become a season ticket member today. Enjoy exclusive benefits and be part of the excitement all season long. Head over to the website and lock in your place for the 25 season. Nick Ross to switch the field. Central to Cicerone. Cicerone looking for Gur with a header. Jacker opens up his account. Sensational build-up and patience from Ciserone and company. And Gurr was just sneaking through the back door out of Moffitt. It's 1-0 the 25th minute.
And 1-0 Republic. Jack Gurr gets his first of the season. And I think it's going to be first of many. He's going to get so involved in this attack. And we've seen it 24 minutes into this game. Russell Cicerone just dropping into that position. He's going long. The defenders don't know where to come or go. And the awareness from him to get turned, faced up, thinking he's maybe going to shoot. Perfectly weighted. Jack Gurr does the rest. Just loses his man. And good finish from the Englishman.
And a golf swing to finish it off. Jack Gurr, we're quite sure what kind of role and what kind of look we see with Jack so far this year. Maybe expecting a lot more crosses. He had 8 assists a season ago. But this year, a little different look from number 2. And if that's going to be the result, I think that's a really good sign. Jack Gurr did not have a goal a season ago. And man, what a outstanding performance so far in this one. Real moving forward. The Switchbacks playing from behind.
Switchbacks, this is the, well, played 2 games so far, but they've scored the first goal in both those games, giving up the lead. So now they're, again, new season, new position you find yourself in game by game. Now you got to think, okay, how can we get back into this game? They had a great opportunity coming from that right side. Hanya got on the end of it. It was a tricky one. The ball was so much pace on it. They're a dangerous team.
Crystal Creamery has been building strong bones and bodies with the freshest dairy from the Central Valley since 1901. Taking pride delivering dairy you can trust. Grab a glass, taste how fresh local can be. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh. Jamison. Gurr, he's going to look to cross this one. He's got an opportunity for Cicerone. Oh, it's blocked by Herrera. Follow-up by Jamison isn't there. And the Republic continue to put a bit of pressure on the Switchbacks. Collision, no whistles. Ross, that's Felipe looking to sneak it through, and Micheletto is there to break it up. But again, Jamison having an impact outside of just trying to make runs, and that is going to be a booking against Sacramento. The second center back now, it's going to be Michel Benitez. So 2 for the Republic tonight, and their back line, who is already decimated with injuries, is going to have to play a bit more cautious the rest of the way.
It's really close to a second goal for Sacramento Republic. Russell Cicerone once again trying to get on the end of something with his head. Follow up from Jameson, just didn't quite get enough purchase on it. And as you mentioned, the yellow card going to Benitez. He just has to be careful, especially how dynamic this front 3 Colorado Springs Switchbacks are. If they get running at you, they can put you in some tricky positions.
The first 2 minutes of the game, you saw Levante Johnson really get in behind and make trouble for the back line for Sacramento. It's a long way to go in this one. It's Republic able to strike first. Felipe brings it down. Cicerone continues his run. Herrera will get it away. Johnson using his body and pace as Tejada is slow to get up off the turf.
It's not a good sign for Colorado Springs. It looked like Tejada is holding his hamstring.
Gurr just outside the 18. Here comes Jamison. Jamison trying to keep it in play and unable to do so. So we saw Jamison with the game-winning goal. He gets USL Championship Player of the Week. Before that, to me, was a bigger moment. Republic trailing the goal. He's able to force Kalen Wright into a really difficult situation there. Cuts in front of him, makes the defender commit a foul. Red card shown. Cicerone goes and takes the penalty kick. I mean, this was a guy who was causing turnovers almost a heartbeat moment. I mean, it was just moment after moment. You had Jamison having an impact on the game as they're going to tend to want Tejada here. But to come in your debut, some players might be more reserved. He took the opposite approach, and I'm going to go and attack this game and leave an imprint on this evening.
What a fantastic evening it was for him. You can't make it up sometimes. You know, in your debut, you get so much adrenaline running, and you really massive impact, obviously, on the first goal and the whole outcome of the game. So great to see from him. And also, just even tonight, there's been a few, loose pass backs, and he's almost on it. I'm excited for the season ahead for him. He is here permanently. We may have accidentally mentioned last week he was on loan, but he's a permanent transfer. So who knows how long he's going to be here? Hopefully a while, and keep building on that first performance.
The sixth Republic player in the last 5 years to score in their debut. So fantastic stat there. The one thing I did want to point out as they continue to take a look at Tejada, it will be a tough break for the Switchbacks if he is unable to continue. We're talking to coach, and he brought this up. We asked him a little bit about how he sort of felt about the game and sort of the way that they played. And he said, what I loved is that New Mexico in that week 1 had 16 passes in our half. Republic had 80 in theirs. That says something to what you're doing. It means you're putting pressure on. Your possession is probably better, even though it looked a little 50-50, right?
Yeah, you could split it down the middle, but then when you really break it down, are you containing them in the right areas? Yes, and it seems so with that kind of stat. It's disappointing for Juan Tejada, and Neil Collins was a coach of his at Tampa Bay Rowdies, and he just spoke about so highly of him and the energy that he brings, and disappointing to see him out early.
Injury stoppage brought to you by Restore Hyper Wellness. Do more of what you love. Receive a free cryotherapy session. Use promo code SRF-CRYO when booking. Offer is good for Sacramento regional locations only. And now we'll have a substitution, and Justin Dillon, someone we're familiar with, someone who's had an impact in games against the Republic, most notably with San Antonio. He has come to Colorado Springs a season ago, added from El Paso, and he's a guy that knows how to score. Didn't get a ton of looks last year, Adam, but one of those strikers that you never want to sleep on, because Justin Dillon can put it in the back of the net. So the first substitution coming to the game about the 30-minute mark for Switchbacks, and not one they're looking to make at the start of the night, is Juan Tejada, one of their key players, is now out of the match. You can't keep in possession.
Well, maybe a foul there wasn't given, but it changes the way they're going to play a little bit in the attack. Colorado Springs Switchback, obviously, when you make these changes, you're bringing in Justin Dillon, who's very different from Juan Tejada. You're maybe not going to have that vertical threat, that threat in behind, but what he can do is he can hold the ball up. He's really good in the air, strong. I mean, he's just as tall as Freddie Kleeman out there. If you get some good crosses in the box, he knows how to get on the end of those.
Willie dumping it off to Jamison. Jamison with a left-footed strike, and it's denied the point. The spot. Kerr now will cut back in on Hanya. Left-footed cross, trying to curl, just create something. Again, Sacramento continuing to threaten. And a lot of credit to how Sacramento's top line can play is what the back line's been able to do in these first week and a half.
That was another really good chance. Blake Willie feeding Lewis Jamison his first touch. Didn't quite set him up as well as he probably would have liked, but the positive sign is they're getting these opportunities. These are the moments, again, if it's not on to go forward, just keep the ball, move it side to side, and what we look for is opportunities to open up.
Willie gets in front. Now Kerr might have a step. Nicely done again by the Republic. And those are the moments, Adam, you don't see it maybe throughout the game, but it's when that happens, it leads to good opportunities. Now you get to retain possession again.
And those are moments in soccer, the counter press, right? You just quickly lose the ball, and how can you get it back? Can you get it back quickly and get forward?
this only works if everyone's working together too. As much as we're praising Lewis Jamison, it's Ciserone, Willie Gurr, the others up top also communicating, able to cover. Look at Felipe and Ross in the middle. And a lot of contact, continuing to move forward. Ross is able to poke it away. And Vonner and company want an explanation, won't get it. They let him play a little bit tonight. We see Nick Ross sliding a little bit further back, almost his more traditional role than from a year ago. He was asked to play much more in an advanced position. So we may not see the scoring from Nick Ross this year, but there's probably very few better than Nick Ross in the defensive midfielding position. This is on the right side of Johnson. He's just outside the 18, looking with the left foot. Curling ball, headed back across the face of goal. Another sensational look. This one sails away, and there's that dangerous wing play we're talking about, the switchbacks, and Hanya nearly levels this game late in the first.
Wonderful ball by Johnson, and Hanya, he'd be disappointed he doesn't score that, loses his man, loses Jack Gurn. He's not far away from tying this game up, and that's just a warning sign for Sacramento. Yes, they've been the stronger side, they've looked like more likely to score. In this game, it just takes one little moment. There's enough quality out there for the switchbacks that they can do that in an instant. And this is where you see Justin Dillon a little bit different from Tejada. Drops in deep, links up the play, and that just allows others to get forward in the attack. And I think for the switchbacks, they really have to try and get away. The ball at the feet of Zandi, Micheletto. A lot has been going on the outside of this match so far. Not too much in the center of their park. Nick Ross, Luis Felipe, Blake, Willie, they're all kind of cancelling each other out.
Elk Grove Charter School, where they believe nobody succeeds alone. Come see what a flexible education can do for your student. Mahoney moving forward into the Republic half. Contact. That's Vonner and Zandi.
And one little bonus for the switchbacks with that sub. It's not one they wanted to make, but they've added some height for these set pieces. Justin Dillon coming into the match.
Dillon won the title with San Antonio back in 2022. Ball delivered. It's going to take a low hop just on the penalty line. Ciserone now battling. Ciserone is going to be whistled for a foul and is a little bit upset and saying, I think I was out. He has some other choice words as well.
Colorado Springs just got the ball back in play early.
Back to go. Mahoney is there in the box. Toussaint along with Hanya. And now here comes the Republic. Taken away by Ross. Cicerone's on the left. Willie on the right, as is Jamison. Into the penalty area. Cicerone dribbling one-on-one. Dumps it off to a teammate. Right centrally it goes. And Adams is there. Unselfish play by the Republic, but it doesn't look to be a clean shot on goal, and that's exactly what they had to hope there, as Johnson will make Chibio Kebu send it into the stands.
Great build-up by Sacramento Republic. Initially swarming like bees, winning the ball off Charlie Adams. And Luis Felipe was the man, just unable to get that final ball into one of his 3 or 4 attackers he had available to him. Again, real positive that Sacramento has the numbers in the attack. They'd love to get a little bit of an insurance goal heading into this half, get a second one. Real insurance in the first half of the game, but 2-0's better than 1-0.
Real winding up. Here comes the cross, looking for Dylan. And a Republic player is down. It appears to be Benitez. We've seen Hanya look really good a week ago against Detroit, coming from the right side. They put Johnson in, they flip. Johnson now working on the right. Hanya almost getting the game-tying goal a few moments ago.
2 opportunities have fallen to him. He will be disappointed that he's not challenged the goalkeeper, at least. Real close with that header. He's gonna have a good year. You know, he is versatility. Go on the right, go on the left, and a bright start to the season. Yes, they haven't got the results they maybe wanted. He is fun to watch, and anytime you put yourself in those spots, more times than not, you're going to get the result.
He's with the Rapids too for a couple of seasons, 50 appearances in the club. Moving over, staying in Colorado. He's originally out of Tokyo, one of the few Japanese players in the United States, and he's quite good. Probably fits perfectly in what they're trying to do. Chambers getting a bit of an explanation from the officiating crew as Michel Benitez still a bit slow. And I'll tell you what, the Republic really can't afford to have another center back go down in any way. They might be giving you a call here soon, my friend. Or Neil, maybe Neil goes.
Neil gets by.
Probably more like that.
There's a big list before my name gets called. You might be higher than me on the list right now.
Can't afford to hurt my golf game, my friends. That'll take too many hours. I think when Neil said when it starts to warm up, you know, Tampa Bay, because of the humidity, they were done by 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not getting up that early. I will tell you that.
It's again, obviously he's been in the heat in Tampa, but that humidity there's no joke.
The whistle against Kleeman. And as Justin Dillon, a Southern California native, hits the grass.
Sacramento's just got to be a little bit careful. Keep giving, anytime you give this amount of free kicks away, it takes is one just to find an open man. And you've got the left-footed Charlie Adams. We saw a nice delivery earlier from this left-hand side. This one's a little bit different. It's from the right side of the field, so a lot of the time what you're trying to do here is put it right on target and hope for a little touch, and he doesn't do that. He drives it to the back post.
Felipe battling, is able to win.
Yeah, he should have done that.
Jameson looking to shield. Jameson goes to the ground, and here comes out of the pocket a yellow card, Aiden Rocha. I mean, that's some Sebastian Herrera level of physical play up at the top. And again, we talk about being versatile as a striker. How do you impact a game if you're not scoring? And we saw Jameson score, and he does it in a lot of ways, and that's a perfect example. First yellow card of the night for the Switchbacks.
And he'll get a free kick, and he's going to be the one taking this. He was going to be the one taking it. No, he's going into the box now, but looking similar to Charlie Adams with that left foot. Clumsy from Rocha. There's no need to go in that early. 4 seconds too early.
Yellow card presented by Caltrans, the Office of Traffic Safety. Flow to top, back post. Kleeman's there, whistle. Will stop play. And in favor of the Switchbacks is Herrera. He'll take the goal kick. Ciserone, a little bit of pressure. Tusla playing it forward to Dylan. Dylan charging forward. The Republic will give him a little bit of room. Sprays it out wide. Looking for a cross, and a too heavy of a touch. As it was a nice buildup for the Switchbacks, but unable to get a good look on Vidiello. With that, let's take a step aside and hear from our sponsor at Smud.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands are taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're changing the world. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
A Jack Gurr goal in the 24th minute, an assist from Ciserone. And that is where we are here at Hart Health Park in week number 3 of the USL Championship. Real headed forward in space is Jamison. He's got Ciserone with him. Jamison will look to take it. Too many white jerseys in the box and unable to get a look.
And you knew exactly what he was doing there, Lewis Jamison. He just shifted on his left foot, and he knows the goalkeeper can't see much, and he's just trying to pass it through the legs of the defender into that far corner. You don't actually need to put too much on it. And he wasn't far away, but Nick Ross initiates that, wins the second ball, just sends it straight through with his head.
And we'll have 6 minutes of stoppage time. It's brought to you by the Sacramento County Department of Health Services. A couple of injuries so far tonight. Benitez on the compare for a while. Juan Tejada leaving this game about the 30-minute mark. He was replaced by Justin Dillon. And of course, the goal from Jack Gurr. Saw a little bit of Ryan Spalding. Sort of a little bit of a knock, so they don't expect extended time from Spalding, but Vonner came in as a substitute last game and getting the start again here tonight. Played in Germany before coming to Sacramento and instantly had an impact in training where you could hear from the medical team, coaches, a big wow from Dominic Vonner. He's fit in nicely on that left wing. Expect to see a lot of minutes for number 17 this year. Switchbacks, meanwhile, being a little bit patient. Levante Johnson sends it away again, the former MLS man from Vancouver. Turns the ball over for the Switchbacks. Republic FC Kids Club, supported by Elk Grove Charter School, is back and better than ever, offering young fans exclusive perks, swag, and the chance to cheer on the Indomitable Club all season long. Learn more and sign up. SacRepublicFC.com/kidsclub. Vinny Vitiello hasn't really been tested tonight. The one Hanya look across his face of goal, that's been about it for the Switchbacks, Adam.
That's, well, I think that's how he likes it, or maybe not. Goalkeepers, I'm sure they'd like some action. Prefer not having anything than pick the ball out the back of your net. Well, what an incredible season he had last year. I mean, some of the saves he made were just fantastic.
Speaking of, I don't think go as a save, but one of the shots from New Mexico last week did kiss the post as Switchbacks come charging through. That's what I love about Vitiello. He sends me the clip and says, guys, you're killing me, you missed me. He got a finger on it, just sent that ball away. Hits the post, but it did not hit his net, so we'll give him a little love here today.
Yeah, they get the binoculars on to see those.
I think we've had so many fantastic saves and deflections from Vitiello that it's almost got to be next level at this point in time. And now the third booking to a center back for the Republic as Chibi Okebu goes through the legs of Yosake Hanya. And now Adam Moffitt. I don't know if we've seen this before, but all three center backs in the first half on a booking.
And they're all very similar fouls, which when you're playing three at the back, I don't think you need to make those. You can be a little bit patient. They're going the wrong way, almost everyone. Maybe Benitez a little bit different. They're going away from goal, so just let them go.
We're in 6 minutes of stoppage time at Hart Health Park. Jack Gurr has the Republic on top. And their second match of the USL Championship season.
I'm such a hypocrite for saying just let them go, because that's if I was on that field right now, I'd have at least one yellow as well. So it is hard. It's it's teetering on that line of being physical and just making sure you're disciplined as well. And you want the aggression. You love seeing the aggression, but you don't want to play down a man either.
Well, to me, a lot has to do with the style the opponent may be playing at times. This is a beautiful ball from Willie looking for Ciserone. Switchbacks were able to find it, and Hanya toppling over Willie. And they'll play advantage. Adams spraying it forward. That's one thing Rick Ross does so well is he sees a little bit of pressure, feels that coming from behind him. He's able to turn away from it and get a clean opportunity for his team in possession. Switchbacks have found it back here. Ross with a step. And he'll play it off the Switchbacks. Micheletto. And now Blake Willie will get a talking to from Callan Radosev.
I think he did slow down there, Blake Willie. Anya definitely had control of the play, and I don't think there's any malice in that challenge. He could have gone right through him, just the way he was coming at him.
I love the way the 17-year-old has been aggressive. He's come out fearless here in 25. And, he came out with a lot of energy, but I think it's a little bit more controlled this year, even though he picked up a yellow card early last year. You can just see the maturity is starting to grow, and a turnover here is Dylan trying to find Johnson. Benitez, bit of physical play. Felipe with a tackle from behind, and Sacramento wins it back. Ciserone finding Vonner in stride. Vonner being held, continues his run. Switchbacks trying to recover. Here's Willie. Blake Willie over the top. It just missed it wide. You could smell the feast waiting for him. Not too early.
Yeah, and again, you almost want those to fall to a right footer who can open up away from where the defenders are coming back. And Blake Willie, his touch just gets stuck under his feet. And you end up scooping that shot. But I think he could have. Christian Herrera's a big guy, but I think he could have chipped him right there. I think maybe that's what he was going for. And you kind of limit your options when that ball is stuck under your feet. But exciting way to end the half.
Opportunities aplenty for Sacramento. 9 shots on the evening. They get 1 to go. Jack Gurr with the lone goal this match in the first 45 minutes and some change. Hard-held Park, week number 3, USL Championship. And the home team has the advantage as both teams head to the locker room. 1-0 Sacramento over the Colorado Springs.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador Spiked Bebidas.
And it's a tremendous finish! San Antonio FC! Unreal! And Phoenix Rising!
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Sentivo Vineyards and Winery, award-winning wines close to home. UC Davis Health, believe in better, and Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Halftime here at Hard Health Park in November, Republic FC announced a landmark partnership with Wilton Rancheria, becoming the first Native American nation to hold majority ownership in a men's professional sports. Chairman Jesus Tarango, alongside CEO Chris Franklin, Czech Republic President General Manager Todd Dunovit, joining Connor Sutton at the breakaway to discuss their significance of the move.
Talk me through how this all started and kind of your overall feelings from today.
Yeah, no, I think this all started from a conversation. You know, some people around our region, I think, having an idea, approaching the right people, being Chris Franklin on our side, and seeing the opportunities that we could have for the future of our nation, but also Republic FC.
What is your message to Republic fans? What are the things that you want to let them know, people who are diehards, about you guys, the future, whatever it may be?
And our message today was nothing's going to change. You know, we're not here to change anything. You know, this is a great product already. We're here to offer our gifts that we have in the places that are necessary. But I think the only thing that I could say is that it's only going to get better. And there's already a great thing here. But again, for us, we don't rent or lease land in this territory. We come from it. And so we definitely understand being stewards of this land and wanting to make a better product, not only for our own people, but for people to come see us as well. And so for that, I hope that the fans will embrace that and let us show you who we are. Let us show you why we're here and why we think this is a beautiful thing.
Well, I definitely think the fans here and all the community embracing Wilton Rancheria, they are doing wonderful work in this community.
Oh, you think he's one too? All right.
To them continuing throughout the many years and generations to come. Republic up 1-0 here against the Switchbacks in week number 3 in the USL Championship. Halftime continues from Sacramento.
At Sky River Casino, experience the height of hospitality. With 18 restaurants and bars, there's something for everyone. It's taste on a whole new level. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com. At Sky River Casino, join today for a chance to receive up to $2,500 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad in the truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
The Republic. Some call us the best kept secret in town. Well, that's about to change.
We got him, everybody. He was not ready for that.
Tower Bridge Battalion and the entire fan base having to calm their throats. That was an exciting first 45 minutes. I'm starting to lose my voice at him off. What a style of play we're seeing here the first couple of weeks from the Sacramento Republic, who have the early lead in this match in Northern California. We welcome you back inside the booth here. Alongside Adam Moffett, Rob McAllister join you as always, and we're so happy to see you yet again. Season number 12 for me. What do we got, number 6 for you? I guess when you joined the club was 16, so...
No,
we do math? 17? Yeah, it's hard to say. You've been around so long.
A long time.
A long time.
I had hair. No, I did it.
Actually, same here, yeah, when you first started. But, wonderful first half. We really saw a lot from Sacramento, and hopefully we see more of that coming in the second part of play. Let's take a look here at our news and notes on the USL promotion relegation. Big announcement. First major American side to think about the way these clubs will be run, the way the leagues will be run, and we're talking about movement up and down between the championship and I guess the Division One.
And it's such a foreign, it is literally a foreign thing, but it's so foreign in U.S. sports, and so many people have been reaching out to me like, what does this mean? What is this? And you explain it to them, I'm like, wow, that sounds fun. And I'm like, it is, it can be.
It also could be not so fun.
The promotion part's fun, the relegation part, not so much fun, but great to see the growth in the league continuing, and it's exciting times ahead.
Well, doesn't it just add a lot more pressure to each and every match? And I think that's sort of the argument for versus sometimes, the playoffs are very exciting, and you take a team like Colorado Springs, well, they probably prefer really what we're doing here, and obviously there's going to be a mix of both, but really exciting times, and we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, we will. Hopefully we're here for all of it.
We're going to be here for all of the second half of action. We've got your highlights and stats coming up at the halftime break here, brought to you by Modelo. Don't go away, and then we'll see you as we continue the next 45 minutes from the capital of California. 1-goal advantage for the Republic.
¿Cómo se crea una comunidad con actitud ganadora? Manteniéndonos activos, trabajando y jugando juntos, fortaleciendo nuestros cuerpos, huesos y músculos con alimentos sanos, frescos y regionales. Crystal Creamery orgullosamente patrocina a atletas y equipos deportivos en el Valle Central de California. Porque cuando nutres a una comunidad, la comunidad prospera. Crystal Creamery. Simple, local, fresh.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines in our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
One of the best ever playing the championship hangs up his boots. King Kenny, Canardo Forbes, joins us on the show this week, Devin.
The Mount Rushmore of midfielders departs the championship, leading in regular season minutes, appearances, and 66 assists. That's first all time in USL Championship history. And hey, who knew you could spend 10 years on Northeast, 7 in Pittsburgh, and not touch a Philly cheesesteak or ground beef?
Welcome back to Heart Health Park. Rob McAllister, Adam Moffett with you at Modelo at the break for the Sacramento Republic. Well, they were able to put their imprint on this game early, Adam. You saw them come out of the gate. Switchbacks answering back as well, but you look at what they're able to do. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. And took a little bit. Both teams.
Colorado Springs switchback side. Can you get a second? And they're looking lively at the start of the second half.
Connor trying to go through the wickets to Ciserone. And Johnson, who showed some quality looks, but at the end could not connect with a teammate. Almost served the assist to Hanya. That has been it for the Switchbacks. They're looking to avoid to go winless in their first 3 weeks. Story for Colorado Springs. Juan Tejada leaving this game at about the 30-minute mark with an injury. And he was replaced by Justin Dillon. Here comes Johnson. Johnson has some space, going to send it to the right. Back comes Rocha. Rocha going to put her just right back into the mix and hope for something good. It's cleared by Sacramento.
He's going to drive forward this and look for some support, and these are the moments against Sacramento. If it's not on, keep the ball, keep possession of the ball, move it around. Opportunities will come. You don't want to force it. As you see, they try and build it. They'll try and now go out this left side. Cicerone just made a fantastic run. Jack Gurr didn't see him.
Benitez going to float this forward. Going to challenge Herrera to make a decision. Comes all the way out of his box to head it out of bounds. And Sacramento will look to move quickly. Vonner. Cicerone is going to switch the field here, find a teammate in Gurr. Gurr with a left foot, direct ball looking for Felipe. Felipe's going to head it back into some space. It's right there for Sacramento, punched away by Herrera. Another quality look for the Republic, and Herrera able to keep it out of his net.
Obviously, he does really, really well. Anytime you're in that kind of position, you're told just put it back across the face of goal, and he does that. The ball actually came off a Switchbacks defender. Herrera taking no chances, just punches it away. That's what part of Jack Gurr's game as well. We speak about how good he is delivering the ball with his right foot, but several times as well he has the ability to come in with his left and find it.
With Sacramento since 2022. 49 chances created a year ago. Third best among defenders in the USL Championship. and suffered a couple of injuries late in the year that kept him out a few games. But it was almost on repeat. Jack Kerr just serving some dishes into the box. Several connecting. This year, maybe a little bit of a different look and attack. We're already seeing it. He's got his first goal of the season in game number 2.
Sacramento just been patient with their press. Again, it's hard to go non-stop all the time, and just allowing possession to the switchbacks in an area that don't feel too much of a threat. And then you are set. If they're going to look for that long ball over the top, you're set, you're in position. You're not getting stretched or pulled all over the place. And then that's your moment right there where Russell Ciserone, he realizes it's a little bit of a heavy touch. And he can go after it, and then you force a turnover. I've been watching too much basketball.
March Madness. Hope you didn't have St. John's win it at all, Adam Hoffman.
What happened to them?
Well, not good things.
Was that Patino's team?
They lost, yes, to John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks. 2 legendary Kentucky coaches going head-to-head. What a fun one. That one earlier today. A lot of basketball. Of course, many call this sort of the best stretch in sports. We've got just about everything going. Baseball, spring training starting. You got the Masters coming up, NCAA tournament, NBA's in full swing.
Yeah. Let's wait for the World Cup to come. You lost me when you said baseball is a sport. It's a great sport. All the listeners out there, it is. I love all the sports. I've enjoyed that coming to this country, and the amount of different sports and going to the sporting events. It's all fun to watch. And you see the pressure from Russell Ciserone just forcing the switchbacks back the way, and for them, they still got to find a way to get Zach Zandy into this game. He's been real quiet. Michelero's been quiet. Charlie Adams has been quiet in the middle of the park.
I imagine for you growing up, you probably didn't play multiple sports like your kids do now. I mean, would it change just one generation for you, and you coming because of soccer, and then it really ultimately changes your kids' sort of pathway?
Yes, it does. And my kids love doing all the different sports. And yeah, I didn't. I played football, as we called it, not the American version, and a little badminton at school as well. Badminton play. Can you see that?
Or the shuttlecock.
The shuttlecock, yeah. What do you, birdie? What do you guys call it? Birdie. Yeah. Decent badminton play.
You the old guy at the barbecue now, setting that up, saying, "Come on, everyone."
Whooping everyone who's never played it before.
It was a hot game in the 80s, early 90s for barbecue cookouts here in the States. I think that's the case now.
I can
Cornhole's
honestly,
more taken.
Cornhole, yeah, I'm pretty good at that as well. Yeah, we never played badminton outside in Scotland. We'd hit one shot, and that shuttlecock would be out of there.
Too snow.
It's just windy and miserable. Yeah, it would be fun. All indoor.
It is alarming that you don't play golf, I will say.
Yeah. Apologies.
We spent enough time together, those probably.
Yeah. Mini golf. 10 minutes into this second half almost, and the switchbacks. So for them, it's, we looked at that stat at halftime, no shots on target. And it continues to be the case. And they've got to find a way to challenge Danny Vitiello and his goal.
So the crowd here is sort of waiting for a moment too. It seems the play has slowed down a little bit here. And early on, people probably don't realize these guys aren't fully fit yet. And even though we've seen Sacramento just on their toes the last first 2 games, it's going to take a little bit of patience to see how long you can make this work. And a bit of crafty dribbling from Ciserone. Now here comes Felipe to try to clean it up. But it's going to be hard to go 90 minutes, 70-plus minutes in a really attacking style of play. So you're going to see moments like this, especially early in the season. Benitez going up for it. Chivy's got a little bit of pressure, and Nukebu sends it forward. Taken almost away by Nick Ross. Micheletto, the Italian, coming over, and quite a pickup, and a loss for New Mexico United is vital to their success. Heads to the Rockies. Meanwhile, the Switchbacks trying to see if they can find an equalizer here. Jack Gurr, the 24th minute, is the difference maker.
You just see how disciplined Sacramento is being. Just allowing the ball to Colorado Springs, but bending but not breaking.
Step aside here from Pacific Office Automation.
Pacific Office Automation is your one-stop shop for office technology, copiers and printers, managed IT, unified communications, and more. Visit pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
55th minute mark here, Adam. We're going to probably look at some substitutions for both these teams here in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Rocha. Micheletto serving this ball in, a header, and Vidiello able to pick it up. It's Hanya again for this Switchbacks team. He's been the most dangerous look all evening long. Still without a goal and still without a shot on target.
That was the hardest of the three that's fallen to him. Really difficult to challenge the goalkeeper from that far, but promising signs. They're getting into the box for the Switchbacks, and Ciserone. A hustle from Russell, and he just can't quite get it to fall into his path.
Timed it well, though. I'll tell you what, Chibi Okebu can really put something behind that ball, can he? And it's something maybe Cicerone's starting to pick up on and time it well. And Republic do have the throw here. Slight deflection. Bay sends it back to Freddie Kleeman. Justin Dillon's been a bit quiet since coming in. He's not able to get a look. Jamison just trying to stay onside. Vonner still hustling. And the contact as Rocha goes down, and Vonner is whistled for the infraction.
He's a little annoyed at that as well. Dominic Vonner, it looked like he did get the ball. The initial idea was really good. Just get it over that defender. That's a few Sacramento. They've looked for that kind of first ball around the corner over the top, because they know Lewis Jamison is a willing runner. And if they can get that chemistry going, Russell Cicerone's tried it a few times, just one time dinking it over the defenders, and when you have a guy who lives on the shoulders of the defenders, you get that right, you're going to get a lot of goals.
Switchbacks will be making a couple of changes. This is a good chance here for Sacramento. Cicerone on top of it. Ross is waiting. He's going to send it in. Gurr comes just along the corner. Gurr's going to send a cross in, and it's deflected away. Back to Gurr again. Gurr floating this one over the top. Felipe is there. Nick Ross trying to bring it down to his foot. Looks to get a shot off. Herrera would have had it. His teammates come up with a block. Sacramento again. Unfortunately, that is off of Jack Gurr, and they don't get another look at it. So 2 substitutions going to be made here for the Switchbacks. It's going to be Jonas Fjellberg and Anthony Fontana. It'll be the second and third change for the Switchbacks on the evening, as Tejada went out with an injury early in the first, and Benitez is able to kiss right in front of Johnson, who then commits the foul, and here come the changes. No swaps yet for Neil Collins' side.
Colorado Springs substitutions in the 60th
and
minute.
Micheletto will come to the bench for Fontana.
Also leaving the match, number 20, Yusuke Hanya. They're replaced by number 7.
Hanya will be replaced by Fieldberg. Fieldberg, third season with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, 3 goals, 2 assists. The problem for number 7 a year ago, couldn't stay on the pitch long enough. So 2 changes left for the Switchbacks. And our substitutions tonight brought to you by Medic Ambulance. As Danny Vidiello will look to send this deep into the Switchbacks half.
Colorado Springs will want to see some sort of injection of energy from those subs.
Once again, over the top, little baby bicycle from Blake Willie, but again, it was Lewis Jameson forcing that turnover. It found the feet of Luis Felipe. And then Blake Willie.
He's got to go full send on that thing. And that is a yellow card for someone on the bench. But not many times does the ball fall to you like that, where you can go for that overhead kick. And I don't know. When I got older, I would not attempt that. Obviously, risk an injury, but the age he's at, he should have done it. And we have a player down. It's Rocha. Aiden Rocha's down on the right-hand side for Colorado Springs.
As Rocha will be tended to by the staff. I'm not sure if that yellow card was against James Chambers or one of the assistants. Either way, this could be another change. And it looks like it will be. This will be the 4th substitution. You get 5 within 3 moments in the game. So since one of those did not come, unless it's a head injury, there's a lot of gray area here. So this should be it for them.
The last
Colorado Springs Switchbacks.
And it will be Game Ward, who we're quite familiar with as well. Selected 14th overall by DC United a few seasons ago, and since then has played for Loudoun, Birmingham, North Carolina, Oakland, Memphis, and RGV, and now in 2025 is the right back for the Switchback side.
Something like that. Johnny Cash song, I've been everywhere.
Bonner running out of space. Ward finding Dylan. Freddie Kleeman all the way into the Switchback half. Fieldberg. Benitez goes down. Benitez. Aggressive tackle there, but able to break it up. He's already working on a yellow card.
I think the linesman maybe, no, they didn't. I think maybe handball is where they were questioning his hand. They did not. It's a throw. So well done.
I think it's a hit off of his leg first.
Don't ask me about handball.
Yeah, that is technically if you're in a defense position and it bounces up and your hand is in a normal sliding position. It does not get slide. Here's an Atlas disposal corner kick. I know about that. Jack Gerd goal, the first half of play for Sacramento. Colorado Springs looking for their first shot on target. A few corners tonight.
One thing you know with Charlie Adams over, he's going to give you a chance. Put a good ball in there.
Ball delivered well. Good look. Headed away by Luis Felipe. That was aiming right for Danny Vidiello's goal. It's the first corner for us. Switchbacks by that.
And this will be the second. One from each side. And it's such a wicked. And what you want to do there is get someone in front of that defender and just get that one glance before. And Luis Felipe's job is not to allow anyone in front of him to get a touch before him. Very important job. And this time I think it's Fontana's going to be taking it. He may do the same. He may just whip this in front and hope for runners getting across that near post man.
Ball driven low. Still in play for the Switchbacks. The wind up down below a deflection before it runs out of play, and a throw in for the Switchbacks now. 3 straight chances for the visitors. It'll be Ward. floated. And Gerd and Johnson jockeying for position. Well, choosing the right health plan for you and your family is simple with Western Health Advantage. Check out their affordable plans. Have been keeping the community strong for more than 25 years. Go along online, westernhealth.com.
I just feel like Sacramento might need to change things a little bit. See some movement down on the bench. The game's a tiny bit of a lull, and that is normal, as you mentioned, Rob. It is early in the season. Guys are going to start getting tired around these moments, and a few kind of cramping up a little bit. But you just want to make sure you don't switch off.
Willie into the attack, has a little bit of room, but to dump it off to the right. Jack Gerd goes low, takes a deflection. Ciserone turning, Herrera diving. Another quality sequence from Sacramento, and Herrera is able to come up with the stop. Switchbacks moving. Zandy and Akeem Ward comes into the Republic half. Fjellberg to the right. Keeps it low. Benitez, good physical play, but it goes right to the Switchbacks. And now Cicerone trying to force a turnover, and does. Fjellberg, can he send Jamison? Trying to just get past Ward, and Ward will be whistled. And you wanted to just send it long, and they couldn't get their head up fast enough.
Yeah, and this was the chance. Blake Willie just puts it in the path of Jack Gerd, takes a couple of deflections, and Russell Cicerone just he's kind of forced to take it a little bit earlier than he wants to, and can't quite get enough purchase to send it past the goalkeeper. But a couple of times on that break, Colorado Springs are pushing players up the field, and Lewis Jamison, who's coming out of this match right now, he's just begging for someone to just send the ball longer, and he's through one-on-one.
And for the second straight match, he'll be replaced by Sebastian Herrera. 12 goals, 3 assists, and 43 appearances for Sacramento over the last couple of years. But another strong performance by Lewis Jamison, where Jamison maybe provides a little bit more pressure and ability to attack and force turnovers. You see Herrera, who is really a guy who's going to help you out holding the ball, creating second round opportunities. How does Sebastian put his impact on this game?
You know, he's not going to give them too much time and space. Again, the discipline of making sure that you're defending from the front. We know he's not scared to do that, but Sacramento's had a lot of opportunities from crosses into the box, and that's the kind of service he thrives on.
Cicerone, Herrera is going to look forward. Bonner in stride. Blake Willie's running the center of the park here, but defensively Ward's able to slow things down for this Republic side. Cicerone running into a bit of trouble here. And Real is able to get now Switchbacks flying forward. To the right, Fjellberg just outside the 18. We'll take a look at it. The overrun by Benitez denied by Freddie Kleeman. Great recovery from the center back out of Southern California.
Got to remind everyone, this is a 1-0 game, and it's almost 1-1 right there. Benitez overcommits. And the Switchbacks are going to get confidence from that. They've still yet to challenge Danny Vitiello, but some warning signs here for them.
Here's a deep ball, and it is Vitiello to the gut. Down he goes. And that's the one thing about elite goalkeepers. They're always ready. And it is coming to fury here for the Switchbacks. But once again, former goalkeeper of the year is ready for it. Well, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. SeatGeek, your tickets to great seats. Meanwhile, can Sacramento flip the table here, Adam? Apply their own kind of pressure on the other side of the pitch here, and it's another turnover as Switchbacks look to make something happen defensively. Nick Ross yet again showing why he is one of the more tenacious defenders in this league. Gerd was spotted that Akeem Ward cross, and it was Dominic Vonner who's trying to go all out and hustle. '70-minute mark approaching. Republic with a goal advantage against the former and defending USL champions. 2024 season was a kind one at the end for the Switchback side. A magical run, outscoring opponents 8-1 in that run. They would play every single one of those matches at Winterfield in Colorado Springs. The USL is on CBS, and it kicks off April 6th. San Antonio, Phoenix Rising, 1 o'clock Pacific on CBS. Crowd getting into it. Stomping their feet here on the metal bleachers at Heart Health Park. Sebastian Herrera doing all he can to hold up. Finds Gurr. And Gurr and Real have become quite a battle along that right side.
Colorado Springs substitutions in the 71st minute. Leading the match, number 34, Charlie.
I guess I don't understand the substitution rules. Does injury substitution not count as one? I guess that's the case. Either way, here comes Huerman. The injury sub does not count, so that is why the one Tejada does not go against the Switchbacks. So the Frenchman into the game. Adams out, so adding a little bit more of attack. James Chambers at least trying to find this game level before the 20 minutes is over.
They got it. Obviously, they've no wins on the season so far. They've got the 1 point through the first 2 matches. They'd love to escape Sacramento with at least a point here, and they still well might. There's enough time left in this game.
Republic with 13 shots, 3 on target, 1 finding the back of the net. Benitez again. He's been a bright spot in the offseason acquisitions. And never quite know when you sign up with the club where you'll end up playing, Adam. And I'll tell you what, with the injuries, this team has had the back line, something Republic really haven't fared with overall the last couple of years. Meanwhile, the Switchback continuing to threaten opportunity here as Vidiello is going to watch this go in front and sail out of play. But Benitez, they saw him as a defensive mid. He could play on the wing. They could play center back as well, and that's where we are in this left center position. But with the ability to move forward to defend out on the wing. And Dominic Vonner is coming out of the game, and Christian Pirano in. And will we see a bit of change, bringing Blake Willie over?
I think we will. I think Pirano will move a little bit more centrally and look to link up the play through the middle. And Blake Willie is a great engine on him. He'll be able to get up and down that left-hand side. And they just have to be careful just how far those wing-backs go up. And great shift from Dominic Vonner. He was a threat all night, did his job defensively, and that's a sore one. Benitez just catches the underside of Justin Dillon's boot. And for Blake Willie, again, when you're playing in this kind of system, you're playing with the wing backs, but you're playing against a team who play with 3 up top. You know, they leave that guy high up the field. Yes, you might have space to push onto their right back, but you've got to make sure you're getting back as well for their play. And Benitez has done a really good job of sliding over when needed as well.
Benitez for Herrera. Herrera's pointing forward for Ciserone. Ciserone finds an empty net. Ciserone continues the run. Herrera found him in stride, and the Republic have doubled their lead.
As cool as you like, Russell Ciserone. And it comes from nothing. You know, Sacramento just send a long free kick. Flick on. And Russell Ciserone keeps his composure. That's why he is one of the best goal scorers in the whole of the USL. He doesn't panic, just light touch and then slots it into an empty net. And he gets what he deserves. He's had a great start to this season, and he looks fully back to form, and I cannot wait to see the rest of the season and what he's going to produce.
Ciserone adding an assist already to his night. Gergon the 24th, and he gets one on his own, and Herrera with his first assist on the year. And we talked about the two different ways you see Lewis Jamison play. You see the way Herrera plays, and both goals almost tonight are set up by those strikers that are impact up top of the line. It's 2-0 now. Sacramento with about 15 plus minutes to go.
And he wasn't given it last week, but I'm still unsure why. You know, Rob, we were on that call this week, and I was begging for Russell Ciserone to be given that assist where he heads it off the post, and Jamison gets the rebound. That is an assist. And the definition that I've looked up and I've seen over the years, and that looked like it was
Spielberg is right there. It's cleared away. Nick Ross, and the flag goes up.
Let's go up late. It does a little bit later, but yeah, the definition, you know, you see, and I've seen goals given. If no one else touches it, it hits the post and goes back into play, an assist is given to the player. So I'm still a bit bemused why Russell Ciserone doesn't have 2 goals, 2 assists on the season, but Russell paid me $10 to make that case for him right there. But
I think you should write a letter.
I'm fired up.
Dear Sir or Madam. Herrera goes up, as does Ward. Ward holding his head, Herrera holding his back. And I think the medical staff will come out and take a look. Neil Collins, he is looking to pick up 2 back-to-back wins in his coaching career here in Sacramento. 2 clubs with a lot of returning players, and both with high expectations of what the end of the year should look like. And there's going to be a yellow card handed to the medical staff. I don't know I've seen that very often, or if at all. But obviously had a few things to say.
Yeah, you don't see that often. They're usually out there to help, not cause issues. And yeah, you see a lot of new stuff. It's amazing. I've been around this game a long time. That's the first time I've seen that. A guy with water bottles in his hand getting a yellow card.
Meanwhile, the switchbacks threatening here. Into some sport. Here comes Ward. Ward's shot is just off the mark, and Vitiello almost able to get a pot to it, but it's skipped underneath, and a dangerous one from the former MLS draft pick out of DC United.
Another warning sign for the Republic. Hakeem Ward, he catches it well. He just wants to put a little bit of fade on that. Try and sneak it inside Danny Vitiello's post. Doesn't do so, and you see Vitiello has the goal kick and not taking any chances, sends up his defenders, and let's just go win this flick on, send it to Sebastian Herrera.
We'll register now for our 2025 summer camps at SacRepublicFC.com. Camps and clinics is where you want to go. April 18th, you can save $20, lock in the best pricing, 10 camps across the region all summer long. It's a perfect chance to play, learn, and have a bit of fun. Secure your spot today. No pressure. Ciserone not done yet. A goal and assist tonight. Probably a secured man of the match. 2 goals in 2 games. Not a bad way to start 2025. Bjorman. This is going to be floated to Fjellberg, who's had a couple of quality looks here out of him since coming off the bench tonight. Plays this one perfectly forward, but Benitez is there again. Michel Benitez has been able to recover tonight. About as good as anyone on the pitch has. He's come up with some great timely stops. It will be the 3rd corner of the night, brought to you by Atlas Disposal. None for Sacramento. Quite surprising, almost 80 minutes into this game.
With Charlie Adams out of the game, Heuermann's going to take it. He's got a nice left foot on him as well.
Herrera. And he feels a bit of contact as he sends that ball clear. Well, if you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Your live matches as well, Sirius XM FC 157. Ten minutes or so to go. Republic have scored 2 goals in each of their first 2 games of the season. A rare week 2 bye. But talking to Neil Collins, he said, you know, weirdly, you asked me probably in the offseason, this would not be the time I'd want to buy, but it sort of worked out nicely for this team. Allowed Chibi Okebu to come back and get some other guys healthy.
He's out of here. That is, oh my, he's not giving a red card for this.
And that is a heavy challenge by Ward into Luis Felipe. There's the yellow and Adam.
And we got to get a look at this. That is, I mean, he's not, he doesn't, sorry, that is a reckless challenge, and that is how you can break someone's leg. You get another look at that. He is very fortunate behind the field.
Well, Danny Vitiello is the captain, so that is why he is all the way out. Here's another look at it.
It's ugly. And it's a good thing, I think Luis Felipe's okay to continue, but that was, and you see all the players gesturing. That is the definition of a red card, and Akeem Ward is still on the field. And you might know himself, he's a bit fortunate there. And you
well, you don't know, like, what's that going to feel like tomorrow or the next few days?
Yeah, it is. That's. I mean, if his leg's planted there, and he goes through it, and that's the dangerous one. I think Luis Felipe's leg's up in the air, but if it's in the ground and you have that kind of, that's how you snap someone's leg, and I've seen it done, and it's just ugly. And the referee saw it, and straight away he's to his pocket, but for me that was the wrong pocket. You look at what yellow cards have been given tonight, and then that is, and Neil Collins is, you know, you don't want to see red cards, but if it endangers a player, then yeah, you got to see it. And this is kind of the same area that Sacramento got that second goal. Sebastian Herrera, and again he'll be the target. Ciserone looking for the seconds.
Come all the way back to Vitiello. It appears Luis Felipe will be okay, but that's definitely not going to feel good tomorrow. Would have been a devastating blow to Sacramento. Number 96 was unable to continue. Look at Christian Pirano. He's going to continue his run. Trying to find a teammate. Pirano has got help to his left. Going to find Willie. Was looking to find an angle to get it to Herrera. There was just too many white jerseys. And this goes out of play. It will be Switchbacks ball, and the crowd here on the West End can't believe it. Will join us at Hart Health Park Saturday, April 5th as your Indomitable Club taking on Lou City. Kickoff is 7 o'clock. That's the next home game. Get your tickets now. RepublicFC.com/tickets. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Switchbacks looking for an angle themselves. And Blake Willie moving over to that left wing. As Christian Pirano came into the game. Straight ahead. Fieldberg looking for it. And the teenager battling. And that is played beautifully well. Michel Benitez. I know we're going to give it to Russell Ciserone, the player of the game tonight. But I'll tell you, right in the running for me is number 22 for Sacramento.
Yeah, he's a really, really good match. And you could make a case for all 3 defenders.
So Blake Willie is coming out of the game, the 17-year-old, in back-to-back starts to start the year. And now making his debut is recently signed Tyler Clegg out of Virginia, the 24-year-old, signing a 25-day contract. And the defender in 44 appearances with Portland Timbers 2 comes in at an opportune time with several Republic defenders out with injuries. Yet a newbie, see what he can do.
With that, that's just going to change where Benitez goes. He is going to be in that left wing back position. Tyler Clegg more comfortable in the middle.
Switchbacks waiting for support. Fontana on the right side. Fjellberg again turning. Benitez in front. Benitez getting low. Benitez again just inside. The tackle is made and a penalty kick coming for the Switchbacks late here in Sacramento.
Yeah, and there's no need to make the challenge. He's not going anywhere. You've done a good job. You forced him away from goal. And yeah, and it was inside the box, and it's a reckless challenge. He doesn't get the ball, and gets the man, and that is a penalty kick. And when you look at it again, he's not going anywhere, Fjellberg. But this is a chance to get back in the game for the Switchbacks.
Seemed all about over for the Switchbacks, and in a moment they've been given life. It's Justin Dillon to the spot. 2 goals and assists with the Switchbacks in 24 appearances a year ago. Bit of a mind game between these two here. The crowd stomping their feet. Dillon stutter steps. Sends it right up the middle, and Vidiello goes left, and it's 2-1 as the Switchbacks have cut the lead in half against the Republic here. They were a team that had trouble holding on to games in the first 2 weeks, giving up a goal in the last 5 minutes. And here they flipped the script a bit and able to draw a foul against Michel Benitez in the box. And now Dillon makes it 2-1.
Yeah, he slots it. You always take a risk when you go down the middle. You hope that goalkeeper dives, and Vidiello did. Went to his left. Ball's in the back of the net, and it's game on. You know, all of a sudden, from nowhere.
Felipe trying to thread through to Ciserone. Felipe appears to be okay after that heavy tackle from Ward earlier. And Pirano continues the hustle. Pirano is dragged to the ground. And the yellow card quickly shown to Matt Real.
That was a wrestling move right there. I think. Sure the name of that one, but great play from Christian Pirano. Though. He doesn't give up on it. He's a handful. He's come in. He wants to make an impact. And
so I have to ask you,
Don.
It's almost a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Straight into the goal, yeah.
I mean, how is that not red? It looked more violent than it probably was, but that's almost not the challenge I have here.
You take into consideration that where is he going? Like, he's going right towards the goal there, and then also the fact that he's gripped them to the ground. I wouldn't give a red on that one, but this is a chance to try and put this game to bed for Sacramento Republic. Look for someone to get across the face of the goal, the left foot, and then someone to go around the back post.
Pirano straight to Herrera, punches it away. And Fontana, but not done yet. Sacramento, Pirano. Nick Ross. I know Sacramento wanted to go right back in there. But in terms of beating the clock, it may have been the better move for the moment. eFootball's here live. Live your dream. Rep your team and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now.
These free kicks here, you're looking for back post, Freddie Kleeman.
Ball driven well. Out comes Kleeman, near post. Skirted away right in front of the Tower Bridge Battalion.
I don't think that'll be the last time we mention his name this season, getting on the end of a set piece. You fancy him, he was one-on-one at the back post. Jack Gurr puts in the right spot. He's disappointed he doesn't get his first goal for his new club.
2-1 Sacramento. A late foul in the box set up a Justin Dillon penalty kick goal to cut this lead. Now Sacramento trying to hold on. Gilbert crossing this ball in, and it's sent clear. Tyler Clegg, the newbie. Clegg came in 2024, scored his first professional goal in the U.S. Open Cup for the Timbers against Orange County SC. And now the whistle just continues to come in as Huerman goes to ground. And a good-looking set piece here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. As we are approaching the 90-minute mark.
Where the visuals indicate
5 minutes of stoppage time here in Sacramento.
Stoppage time because
Huerman
Sacramento County Behavioral Health
in his second year with the club. Will go to his left foot. And the Switchbacks will look to pull off a miracle here. That is right back with Fieldberger into the mix. Pirano. The Republic player is down. They'll continue to play on. This one's crossed in. Chibuikebu is there. Ciserone. Huerman. Back to Huerman again. Stepping through is Nick Ross. And Nick Ross will send this ball up the pitch. Is back up. Yeah, there are some moments here in the second half. Heavy challenges, physical play. A bit too aggressive from Benitez, who had just a spectacular match until committing that foul. Dillon now. Gurr. And this is Herrera. He can get to it, and he does. Going to try to dribble as far down to that corner as he can. You see him 2 games in a row basically be called to do exactly that. He's dragged to the ground, and yet it will go as a goal kick to Christian Herrera. 3 straight games, Herrera has seen 2 goals get behind him. And he's hoping that his team Cicerone. Benitez. And Felipe. Can't keep it at his feet. Switchback, Zandy. Honey, former Republic defender. Gets possession back for the Switchbacks. Couple of minutes remain here in Sacramento. Colorado Springs trying to find an equalizer late to salvage a point.
They all run out of time. They got to find a way to get that ball forward. 2 minutes left.
Pirano goes low. Pirano able to take it away. Deep in their own corner.
So we're going to hand one of these to the player.
Switchbacks again.
So he can be drinking it while he's like doing the interview. Oh, you got one too. That's a colder one. It's really, it's like a really.
You need some help. Benitez, you need some help. That's giving up another free kick. And that's where, you know, Russell Cicerone, he's way back there. He needs a little bit of help over there. He's just isolated one-on-one. And Fieldberg's proved to be a handful since coming into this game. And that's what you want as a substitute. That's what he was sent in for. And now all of a sudden we're going to see the big goalkeeper. It's like a big carrot sneaking on onto the field there. You'll see him in the orange, bright orange, hard to miss. Not only with the color he is on, but I would love nothing more. We've seen this before.
Ball driven well, right into the mix it goes. To the 6, it's cleared. And another corner kick.
early last season. I don't know if you remember that, Rob.
Week 1, my friend.
Week 1. Yeah. Well, this is week 2, so it's not going to happen too. Definitely not. And this is where you want your goalkeeper. Danny Vitiello, if there's too much height put on this cross, come claim it.
Ball floated, back post, Benitez. Can he track his own ball down? And may have saved. To be a throw? Did he just get it past? Looks like it will be, yes.
It is a throw in. Matt Mahoney can sling it. He's just going to get it back in quick.
Mahoney cutting back, crossing this ball in. Nervy moments here for Sacramento fans, and the Switchbacks continue to look for looks and opportunities late in this game. Pirano. And it looks like the official is going to give a penalty. It's outside the box. And to the Switchbacks go another penalty kick in the final 5 minutes plus of this game. And a chance to tie it.
And I think he might have been right on the line there, but I don't think that's the. Christian Pirano, he gets his body in there, and then he gets possession of the ball. Let's have another look at it, and you see it's a lovely touch by Heuermann, and that's nothing in that. That is so soft. That is unbelievable.
And the fans here cannot believe it in the stadium. And again, my contention always with officiating is not asking for help.
And that is a soft penalty kick, and it was a beautiful touch by Heuermann on the left-hand side.
Well, here is Justin Dillon to tie this game for Sacramento. Had a 2-goal advantage in the 85th minute, and now Danny Vitiello will be asked to save it. Dillon. And it's into the corner, and it's 2-2 at the end of this one. It'll probably bring us to the final whistle. And the Boo Birds have come out. And really unfortunate at the end there to have this game go to what is 2 back-to-back penalty kicks to decide it. The first one, undoubtedly. The second one, Adam Moffat, you have to question.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Disappointing way for this game to end. But a lot of credit to the Switchbacks. They got a little bit of fortune. Obviously, should be down a man, but they've found a way to get back into the game. And things aren't going to go your way. It's a long season, and you just hope these kind of things even themselves out. And again, I think the Switchbacks they hung in there. I don't know if there's going to be much time left in this one.
Well, that is the first time since I think the Mayor Clipani I've seen a couple of penalty kicks, or at least late game fouls, decide quite a match. And here we are for Sacramento. Can they find a last minute magic? They've got Benitez. Benitez to cross, floating. Herrera's in the air. And the referee is going to check his whistle, and that'll do it. And a really unfortunate end to this game, but for the Switchbacks, they've got to be elated. They were all but in the coffin, and they kept alive any hope in that final few moments. They get the penalty kick. They earn a foul in the box in the 85th minute. They get another one in stoppage time. And this one ends 2-2 and feels almost like a loss, even though it is a point for Sacramento. And what a night for Russell Ciserone, our Western Health Advantage player of the game. And I'll tell you what, you've got to be furious you're a Republic player. However, you put yourselves in situations, and ultimately this is what can happen. But that's a really tough break at the end of the game there.
Yeah, it really is. And the man of the match, Russell Cicerone, he won't care about that. He'll care about the fact that he had 3 points in the bag, and somehow it's evaded them. But I mean, great performance from Russell. Again, I mentioned earlier, I can't wait to see what this season's going to hold for him, having him fully healthy throughout the year. And that is a really disappointing way to end this night. And you got to say, it was a really good performance from the Republic. And they've got a lot to be excited about. All those players are going to have such a sour taste in their mouth right now. But big picture, the signs are there that it's headed in the right direction.
I'll tell you what. Well, the one thing, the tradition here that's been really great so far this start, the Tower Bridge Battalion, it does give a scarf to the man of the match. Really great to see. I don't think you're going to look at it. Things are obviously a little bit flared and testy here at Heart Health Park after where this thing ended. A 2-2 draw. We're going to go to break. We'll come back. The Switchbacks are able to find a way. They earn a point late in this one.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
I know Republic fans are furious right now, and first penalty kick, I think that was a foul, should be awarded. The second one to decide a game is really brutal. And our tonight's final score brought to you by Jessup University. 2-2 goes the draw, and Justin Dillon goes back-to-back and from the penalty spot to tie it in the last 5+ minutes of this game. Adam Moffett. That's tough to swallow.
It is, yeah. Justin Dillon does well. He held his nerve on the back of the net on both penalty kicks, but it's very, very soft penalty kick. The second one in particular. And also, you know, it should have been down to 10 men. I still can't believe the referee has not given that as a red card. That was an atrocious tackle. So, yeah, disappointing. You can understand why people were booing at the end. Anytime there's, you know, the referee becomes the centerpiece, it's not what they come for.
And I think that is the problem. Towards the last 15, it became very apparent the officiating was the focus of the game, and I'm telling you what, no one bought tickets to see the officiating crew. I'm going to move on from that. Sacramento do get a point. They have 4 on the year, so overall, an unbeaten start to go with it. Russell Ciserone was our man of the match tonight. And here's our image of the match brought to you by Power Business Technology. And Jack Gurr getting the first goal in the 24th minute, an assist from Russell Ciserone. And you can just see the way these guys are walking off the pitch. It is not